Each panel must be checked prior to and during assembly for any evident damage and distinct visible faults visible to the naked eye, color variations, different dimensions, etc. The manufacturer accepts no guarantee claims for flooring which may have been laid with faults. Laminate floorings constitute what is so-called floating floorings, which means they can either be glued, nailed, or otherwise fixed to a floor or wall. The first row of flooring should be laid with tongue towards the wall, making sure that expansion gaps exist. Assembly is commenced from the left-hand corner of a room. The shorter side of panels are connected at an angle of around 15 degrees. If need be, the final panel in a row is cut to an appropriate length. The severed part of the panel may be used to commence the next row. 8 to 10 millimeter spaces should be kept between the floorings and all fixed parts perpendicular to it, pillars, door thresholds, pipes, and walls, as so-called expansion gaps, since laminated floorings can expand or shrink depending on temperature and humidity variations. Additional expansion gaps of 2 centimeters width should be made in proportional sections of the flooring in rooms longer than 8 meters or width greater than 6 meters. The severed part of the final panel in a row becomes the first element of the next row, thereby ensuring the optimal strength and visual appearance of the flooring. Panels in successive rows should be mutually displaced by a minimum of 40 centimeters in a so-called stepped arrangement, thereby ensuring the optimal strength and visual appearance of a flooring. The next row is first laid as a whole, then inserted into an already laid row of panels at an angle of 10 to 15 degrees. The width of the panels should be matched before the final row is laid. To do that, place panels on the penultimate row. Next, place the second panel with tongue towards wall and use it as a ruler to measure the distance from the wall. Always have the need for expansion gaps in mind. The feather and tongue may be cut off and panels glued together in places of complex access with insufficient space to connect the panels in the usual manner. A flooring may be used immediately after the final row of panels is laid. Spacing wedges should be removed, excess foil cut off, and gaps covered with floor strips. Remember that strips may be assembled using grips only to walls. During use, the flooring should be protected from sand and other sharp abrasive materials. Felt pads should be used underneath furniture and regularly cleaned of sand and dirt accumulating underneath. Dirt and impurities may be easily removed with a damp cloth rinsed in water with an addition of Perfect Neutral Reiniger or Perfect Trend cleaning agents. The flooring may never be cleaned using a wet cloth or by pouring water on it. Not adhering to the remarks in these assembly instructions may lead to flooring damage and thereby to loss of product guarantee.